got to really, really, really stink, and then stink some more, and then try to come back and stink again, and then maybe I start walking away. He hasn't reached that depth just yet, but he has been put in the bullpen, and I look for Carrasco this weekend. When's the next time they may need somebody to fill that spot? I think it was Sunday coming up here this weekend, but I think Carrasco may be the guy to get that. But yeah, crazy to think that for now they've only got three starters going. That's it. They got 3 starters right now. They're like, you know what? Can we figure out how to get Kluber out there every 4th day? I thought about that. I was telling somebody last night during the playoffs. I said, let's pretend the Indians get to the wild card. They chase this thing down. They get the second wild card, and I'll tell you, with the days off because of TV, is there a way that Corey Kluber could just pitch every other day? I mean, come on, man. I mean, maybe, I'm joking, but I say maybe we only need 2. Maybe we only need 2 starters. Maybe, let's see, if there's a day off in between for TV, then, and technically, Corey Kluber could pitch game 1, game 3, game 5, and game 7, getting 3 days off in between. Come on. If anybody can do it, Corey Kluber can. Maybe the Indians become the first team in history to have one pitcher win all of their postseason games. Crazier things have happened. But, man, they need a number 2. I was a little bit upset at Salazar. I really thought, I know that we saw what he did earlier this season, but since he came back, he really had done well. 3-0, ERA of 2 flats. I mean, it's not like he came out and was shaky. With that first start, he walked the bases loaded in the second inning, got out of it, and it really kind of woke up. And then, boom. And then here, kind of a setback there. Now the Indians have to go out here and win tonight before you head to New York. You want to split this series. Homer Bailey and TJ House, one of those 3 starting pitchers that's out there. And I think it's key for the Tribe to get the victory here. I like what House has been doing. Let's see if he can give you something here, because need some consistency somewhere that is not attached to the name Corey Kluber. Then you got the Yankees coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is how the Indians sit. I've got no announcements of pitchers for the whole weekend right now. I mean, they've got you can go to ESPN, they estimate it, but the stuff that comes directly from the Indians, they don't even have pitchers named for the weekend yet. They're like, let's get through and see what happens first, and then take it on from there. It's funny, I just noticed this. Luckily, I know that today is the game and that it's Thursday and that it's the 7th, but the Indians accidentally sent out the press release naming House and Homer Bailey as the Wednesday starters they had 2 games. They accidentally wrote Wednesday and Wednesday here. I'm like, that's Thursday, the 7th, not Wednesday. But yeah, Tribe doesn't even have starters in their media rotation yet for this weekend, which will show you how up in the air all of that stuff is. CC Lee right now temporarily called up to go in the pen. Terry Francona said they just want to keep Danny Salazar regular. He's going to make a start down there. He'll be recalled back up in 10 days, so it's not a demotion as much as they don't need a 5th starter. They're not going to need him, and this way he can get another start there. So Yan Gomes was a bright spot last night. Home run, double. Ryan Rayburn pinched hit with a double. Yanni Gomes, here's an interesting stat. Since June 24th, Yanni Gomes leads all catchers in baseball with 26 RBIs, 19 extra base hits, and he's tied with Mike Zunino from the Mariners, most home runs among all catchers in baseball with 8 since June 24th. Told you guys, you could see him warming up near the middle to the end of June, defensively and offensively as well. And again, if they can all get, that's the problem we've talked about all season, is that they don't all get it going at the same time. It's always a few here and a few there. And yes, Charles Morgan, Yanni is definitely the Yanimal. Well, Indians have to win tonight before you head to the Bronx. The Bronx, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but it's a must win as many as you can in this series. You cannot screw around with the teams around you. As we said, you can't screw around with anybody when you're under 50 games left, but especially here, this is a team directly in front of you. And as Mike and I talked about yesterday, a team very much like the Indians, pitching poor, trying to be just a little better than a 500 team, because the potential is there for a slightly better than 500 team is going to make the playoffs this year. It's just a matter of, is it Cleveland, New York, Toronto, Seattle? Which of those teams is it going to be? Kansas City? One team slightly above 500 is going to get in. Mike said it best yesterday. There's only 4 playoff teams in the American League this year. We just need 5. So, hey, the Indians as much in it as possible, but this weekend's going to be big. Screw around and lose ground to these teams in front of you. It doesn't matter how good the schedule looks down the stretch. Indians tonight got to split the series with Cincinnati in the battle for Ohio. TJ House and Homer Bailey, 7-10, first pitch. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We're going to take a break, get you a news update. When we come back, we're talking some football, baby. The Browns on the verge of their first preseason game. LeBron James is down there watching practice today. Johnny Manziel, Brian Hoyer, Josh Gordon, Santonio Holmes, a lot in the air. John McMullen from the Sports Network going to join us next to talk about it all. Don't go anywhere. Here comes the news. Then we talk some NFL with John McMullen. Coming up next here on the Sports Fix.
I can be Santa Well, I spent some time in the mud little night watching it from...
We here at the Sports Fix want to make all of your dreams come true.
What about my dream?
Edith, I told you I can't build your candy house. It will fall down. The sun will melt the candy. It won't work.
It will if it never rains.
Oh, maybe not all of them. Get your fix on the Sports Fix.
Harmony, all love.
Hey guys, before we go to the break, I want to talk to you a little bit again about our good friends at Harry Buffalo North Olmsted. Of course, you know during Brown season, we're there each and every week. What a fun time it was last year. But not just that, so many more reasons for you to check out the Harry Buffalo today. The UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championships, some of the hottest fights in the world today. Each and every one of their huge events. Harry Buffalo is one of the few places in Northeast Ohio you can go there and watch each and every UFC fight at the Harry Buffalo. And let me tell you, I've been there. The people are out the door. They are to the rafters. It is one of the craziest environments for some UFC fights. Wing Mondays, they've got great deals on wings and drinks, and every day of the week there's a different special, a different deal. And don't forget the Bison Burger, the unbelievable. It is the combination of a fantastic burger and eating healthy combined into one unbelievable sandwich. You have got to get a Bison Burger while you're there. So whatever you're looking for, whatever day of the week, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sundays, there's something for you at the Harry Buffalo North Olmsted, just outside Great Northern Mall. Check them out today. Harry Buffalo, join the herd.
This is head coach Gary Waters at Cleveland State, and you're listening to the Sports Fix.
Whether it's an oil change or a new set of tires, Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck has you covered for your automotive car care needs. They're your neighborhood quick service experts. They also offer a low price tire guarantee. Choose from 13 brands, and if you find the same tires at a lower price within 30 days, Quick Lane at Valley Ford will refund the difference. They're open late Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and open early Saturday so you can check it off your to-do list and get on with your day. They also have a newly remodeled service lounge and additional service bay just for Quick Lane oil changes. Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck is located at 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane. QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck. That's QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck.
Business owners and professionals, do you want to take your business, your product, your team, your event to the next level? You want to advertise right here with the Sports Fix. Our listeners are among the most loyal listeners, terrestrial or internet. The Sports Fix universe is not only the radio show, but tens of thousands of fans on Facebook and Twitter. Email me, Jerry Myers, thesportsfix@AOL.com. That's thesportsfix@AOL.com. And let me help you swing for the fences and hit it out of the park right here on the Sports Fix.
The Sports Fix is now available every day on the world's largest internet radio service, iHeartRadio. Download the free iHeartRadio app, subscribe to the show, and get your fix.
News break.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking news. Looks like Kevin Love will be on his way to Cleveland. According to ESPN and media reports, the Timberwolves agreed in principle to send Love to the Cavaliers for Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, and a 2015 protected first-round pick. Cavs agreed to the deal after a commitment from Love to opt out next year and re-sign a 5-year, $120 million extension with Cleveland. No trade can be finalized, though, until August 23rd because Wiggins can't be traded for 30 days after signing his rookie contract. Golf, Tiger Woods dealing with that back injury, 1 over through 3 in the opening round of the PGA Championship. He is 3 off the lead. NFL. Cowboys coach Jason Garrett confirmed quarterback Tony Romo will not play in tonight's preseason opener against the Chargers. Brandon Weeden starts in his place. Romo, returning from back surgery, will make his preseason debut on August 16th. Houston Chronicle reports Texans owner Bob McNair given a clean bill of health by doctors who treated him for 2 forms of cancer the last 10 months. Baseball, Astros righty George Springer had a setback in his rehab from a quad injury.
It's summer barbecue season at Subway, and nothing goes better with the sweet and smoky Applewood pulled pork than a fresh brewed Fuse iced tea. Brewed fresh in store every day and infused with antioxidants. Try a Fuse with your Applewood pulled pork today. Subway, eat fresh.
Now, back to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix Live, Hour 2, getting ready to roll your way across the Sports Fix Radio Network. J-Rock back with you here, rocking and rolling. Phone lines are shut down. My man John McMullen from the Sports Network getting ready to catch up with us. It's been like a week, 10 days since we've talked to him, getting ready to talk some NFL and some Browns with him. We were talking about Cleveland and how they're feeling here and all this with everything going on this morning and in general around the town. Check it out. I mean, not that I need most of you need me to tell you this, but you look at the Cleveland trends on Twitter. I'm looking up on my screen right here. Uncle Drew and Wes, welcome to Cleveland, Kevin Love. Hashtag Cavs, Wiggins, LeBron, Progressive Field, Sean Marion. That's what's trending in Cleveland on Twitter. Oh, and Lizzie McGuire. Like, everything else, what in the world is Lizzie McGuire doing in there? I don't even know. But anyways, that's what all of that. That's the entire, this is what's trending in Cleveland that's not promoted by Twitter. All sports related, man. People a little fired up here this morning. And we're going to talk about some of that with my man. Like I said, John McMullen on the phones. You keep the conversation going on Facebook and Twitter and email. Facebook.com/The Sports Fix. Tweet with us at The Sports Fix, CLE. Email us, thesportsfix@AOL.com. I'm going to the phones right now. My man, John McMullen from the Sports Network. As soon as I hit the old button here. How you doing, John?
Good. Thanks for having me, Jerry.
Well, thanks for being here. As always, it's been a little bit. I know training camp time gets a little busy and hectic here and covering it, but we got you. And how's things been going for you? You're busy up at Eagles camp, I take it.
Yeah, a lot of time at Eagles camp. Was out in Canton for the Hall of Fame and check out the Giants and Bills. And, so it's a busy time of year doing all the preseason previews and obviously, the season previews for various teams. It's we're into it now. There's no turning back.
You know it. And hey, man, I'm with it. As we know, football season, one of the most popular in America. We've talked about that to no end. And NFL done a good job of stretching that thing almost 12 full months now. We didn't have a whole lot of breaks without much to talk about. But now it is here. As you said, it's in full effect and upon us. I know you heard me as I was bringing you up, talking about all the hashtags here in Cleveland on Twitter, all the things that are trending. LeBron down at Browns camp today, watching it. Real quick, just your thought. I know you covered the NBA a little bit. What are your thoughts on the difference in this Cavs trade with them getting the long-term commitment from Kevin Love as opposed to taking their chances?
Well, I mean, you can't not like it. I mean, in one fell swoop, the Cavaliers have turned into, certainly the prohibitive favorites in the East. They pretty much changed places with the Miami Heat and with the Big Three. In Cleveland, it's got to be an exciting time to be certainly a basketball fan in Cleveland, and the fact that you have the best player in the world. You add Kevin Love to that, who's, never really had the chance to play on a team at this level like this projects to be, and obviously Kyrie Irving. So you have the new Big Three. And you have to wait and see because obviously, Love and Irving haven't proven they could do it like Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, but certainly on paper, it looks like a dominant team. And if you look at the East as a whole, obviously the Western Conference in the NBA is a lot tougher. So you project it's a pretty easy route to the finals if you think about